Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to Highscore Headquarters, the show where we learn how to do an infinite.
Get ready to up heavy kick, light punch, medium punch, light kick, heavy punch. What even is this?
You just gotta keep the rhythm up. Don't drop the combo.
What are you on about?
If you hold directional the whole time, it's gonna drop. Only for 53.
What are you saying?
On round one, we finally heard about Overwatch's new esports format and some of its drawbacks.
For round two, we have a big start to the year with some major releases.
And for the final fight, we're gonna tackle some of the biggest announcements from the recent PlayStation State of Play. All of that and more tonight on Highscore Headquarters. Good evening, gamers. I'm Jacob Perdue.
And I'm Bradlee Logan. Thanks for logging in tonight.
In a surprise drop last week, Overwatch released a video regarding the future of Overwatch competitive play. Overwatch executive producer Jared News and Overwatch esports product lead Bailey McCann were brought on to discuss their vision for the new ecosystem in Premier Circuit. They introduced their new pillars of Overwatch esports, starting with open competition. McCann stated that players are interested in competitive play should be able to jump in, saying, quote, with any 5 players able to make a team and make it all the way to the top of Overwatch esports without any barriers, end quote. They also added always-on seasons, which is intended to address the issue of former Overwatch leagues' long off seasons. The final and most sustainable change among these pillars is the regional focus, putting more effort into individualizing teams and regions based on their own needs rather than the needs of the whole league. They believe that a major issue with the original Overwatch League was that it did not reach all of the players, and the new ecosystem will have, quote, have tailored experiences for players of all levels to get involved, end quote. The regional focus will also change how countries are segmented from the competitive series, splitting the world into 3 regions: North America, Europe, Middle East, and North Africa, also known as EMEA, and Asia.
Alongside the Overwatch developments came more not-so-great news from the Blizzard sphere. As we covered on the show last year, Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion back in October, and they've been keeping quiet on business since. However, at the end of January, the tech giant announced that it had fired approximately 1,900 employees from the Xbox and Blizzard gaming departments. The Microsoft gaming department formerly had about 22,000 employees on the team, meaning that they cut roughly 8% of the overall division. Beyond just the layoffs are the stepping down of prominent figures as well. Mike Ybarra, the president of Blizzard, has chosen to step down from his role now that acquisition has finally followed through. Blizzard Entertainment has since selected Joanna Faries, a former Call of Duty franchise manager, as its new president following Ybarra's departure.
COD's done some bad things, I'm not sure.
Yeah, not really sure how well that's gonna go.
Bring back Zoe.
Good evening, gamers. It's been a minute, but I'm Liv Moody, and I'm happy to be back to share some of the most exciting recent releases. The beginning of the year has been quite a trip for fighting game fans, starting with Under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celis. Under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celis, outside of being a mouthful to say, is an all-new installment in Arc System Works' Under Night series. The game boasts completely redesigned visuals and a diverse cast of 24 characters, with even more playable characters to be added. This title is the first in its series to feature rollback netcode, so players can expect crisp and seamless online competition. Under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celis, released on January 25th, and can be played on PlayStation, Windows, and Nintendo Switch. Next, for a more electric fighting style, we have Tekken 8. As the first installment to this big 3 fighting game franchise in almost 9 years, Tekken 8 is a highly anticipated title. The story of the Mishima family continues as Kazuya continues his quest for world domination, followed closely by his son Jin, who wishes to put an end to his father's terrorist reign. The game features an all-new lobby system, new arcade and mini game modes, in-depth character customization, and an all-new Super Ghost battle mode. The Super Ghost Battle Mode allows players to fight ghosts of other players with AI-generated NPCs that learn from those players' fighting history. Released on January 26, Tekken 8 is available exclusively on PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC Digital in order to push the limits of new-gen hardware and technologies. And for the final round of our fighting game lineup, we have Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash. SGTV gamer JP Barry has prepared his thoughts on this game for us. What have you got for us, JP?
Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is another addition in the long-running tradition of anime tie-in fighting games, with titles such as Dragon Ball and Naruto getting many additions into this genre. But it's personally my first foray, so how does it stack up in the eyes of a first-time player and a fan of the Jujutsu Kaisen series? Cursed Clash offers 4 game modes built around the arena combat system that can include 1v1, 1v2, and 2v2 battles for the players to engage in with other sorcerers or against cursed spirits. A huge positive to the game, in my opinion, is the robust selection of characters. You can play as 16 fighters spanning from the many students and teachers of Jujutsu High to cursed spirits, along with the king of curses, Sukuna. Each character has a unique skill set with different combos relating to how that character fights in the show, with characters such as Megumi and Geto using their Shikigami to create some really fun combos that make them some of the most fun characters to play as in the game, or characters like Panda who have different forms and can then transform during the fight, which allows them to have some more powerful attacks. A lot of this plays off of course, cursed energy, which is a huge part of the Jujutsu Kaisen lore and show. You build cursed energy with your X, Y, and B attacks, which are pretty basic kicks and punches of the sort, and it builds up your cursed energy meter, which is the little blue thing with flames. You then can use that cursed energy on special attacks with your RB and RT buttons, and the combinations of the two along with directional inputs with your analog sticks. The cursed energy attacks are where the real damage comes from in fights, and it's where you can see some real big hitters. The combos when you have your cursed energy fully stacked up are just some really fun things to track out, and as someone who's not totally experienced with fighting games, I found it really fun and pretty easy to pick up and play and start learning the combos myself. Something I really enjoy about the game as a whole with its 2v2 approach is of course how the characters interact in the fights and the abilities that they unlock through joint attacks with your partner, and the chemistry when you have two characters that of course interact a lot on the show. There's also destructible environments on the map, which is a nice touch with the amount of destruction that really goes on during the show and manga, with you being able to pretty much just punch guys through buildings and walls and roofs, and it adds a fun element, I think, to these large arenas you fight in. Once you max out your cursed energy meter, you're able to use an awakened move, which is activated by hitting RT and LT at the same time, and each character's awakened move is something pretty unique to the character, and it's a very lore-friendly way to have these kind of special cinematic attacks. They can only be used once per fight, and they can really drastically alter some fights. Some characters, like Yuji and Nanami, have just normal attacks that are enhanced through their cursed energy powers, like Yuji's Black Flash, which is one of the more damaging attacks in the game. Other characters like Maki make use of cursed tools to deliver punishing blows, and then you have the heavy hitters with their domain expansions. And this is an area of the game that I had pretty high expectation towards, and I'd say they did a really great job. Each domain expansion is a unique attack with its own cutscene and different activation parameters, with some having to wait a couple seconds to finish saying their domain and others kind of getting right into it. Certain domain expansions are one-hit attacks like Sukuna and Gojo, especially with Gojo's limitless freezing players and allowing you to get in some big hits. But others create actual environments to fight in for several seconds, like Jogo and Mahito, that enhance your abilities and give you pretty much unlimited cursed energy and affect the other players on the other team with some debuffs. Some of my few negatives with the game so far are just stuff like the UI being a tad bit cluttered during gameplay with objective subtitles, the mini-map and everything else just kind of going on. There's a lot going on the screen. There are some options to help limit that, but as you can see in the gameplay, it does get a little bit crazy at times. Then there's also just, stuff where I'm not sure if it's me being inexperienced with fighting games, like when you hit a combo on an enemy and you have to wait through their iframes for them to get back up, that being a little bit of a source of frustration. The main draw for many towards this game would be the ability to play through the events of the anime as your favorite characters, and I'm happy to say that the story mode delivers here rather well, allowing you to play through Season 1 and the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0. There's also multiple side missions in the story mode, which allows you to play as characters that don't get featured as often in the anime. In the story mode, there's also a relationship system, which allows you to build up trust and hostile points with certain characters that give you bonuses when you play with those two characters in a mission, as well as unlocking cosmetics. The cutscenes are usually just pictures with lines from the shows, and otherwise there's text, which makes sense. It was going to be hard, I think, to recreate just these entire scenes from the show. The music in the game is a little bit generic, but that's not too shocking, as it would have been hard, I think, to get the official soundtrack for the anime in the game, and that's typically standard for games in this genre from what I can see. Overall, I've enjoyed my time with Jujutsu Cursed Clash, and I'm definitely excited to see what they add in the future with DLC characters and missions already being talked about. For Highscore Headquarters, I'm JP Barry.
Thanks, JP. From its release on February 2nd, you can find Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash on PlayStation, Xbox, Windows, and Nintendo Switch. Now, as I step away from these punches and kicks, I'll be sending it back to Jacob and Bradley to take on another big story this week. Stay plugged in, you won't want to miss it.
For our final round, the PlayStation State of Play brought out some gripping announcements about major IPs coming to both PlayStation and other platforms. To start, a few existing titles are making their PlayStation debut this year, such as Dave the Diver and Zenless Zone Zero. Silent Hill fans were also shown some love as a new game, Silent Hill, the short message was revealed and released for free on PS5, followed by the announcements of a new Silent Hill 2 remake. Speaking of remakes and sequels, the State of Play also unveiled an enhanced version of Until Dawn, would be releasing on PS5 and PC later this year. Dragon's Dogma 2 got its first new trailer since November 2023. And
Sonic Generations is getting a remaster called Sonic X Shadow Generations, featuring an entirely new Shadow the Hedgehog campaign, and it's going to be awesome. Shadow is featured in the trailer, going to the iconic Sonic Adventure 2 pose. He also shows off new abilities like teleporting and also the Chaos Sphere, and we see characters like Black Doom and the Bio Lizard, and we get a beautiful, wonderful soundtrack with gorgeous animation following it. Man, it is beautiful, and I have never been more hype in my entire life. Since I'm in a Sonic mood already, we also have new information regarding the third Sonic movie releasing later this year. Sonic the Hedgehog official social media accounts posted a teaser for the upcoming film featuring a new logo, copying that of Sonic Adventure 2, an orchestral motif of Crush 40's Live and Learn, and what sounds like a sinister laugh from Dr. Robotnik, which will be returned to be played by Jim Carrey himself after saying he would be retiring from acting. From the initial post came a few retweets from the returning cast members, such as Ben Schwartz, Tika Sumpter, and Idris Elba. But some new cast members were announced as well. IGN was able to reveal that Kristen Ritter, Alila Brown, James Wolk, Sophia Pernaz, Cristo Fernandez, and Jorma Taccone will also be joining the cast as well. Gotta go fast.
So I've heard that Liv talked about Sonic instead. So message to Nick, please cut her pay and please suspend her from all activity regarding Highscore Headquarters and Sonic anyways. Well, since she stepped on our story, I guess we'll take the rest of hers. How about that? As there are a few more big releases that dropped at the beginning of this month. To start, Atlus's remaster of the genre-defining RPG finally has released. Persona 3 Reload is a faithfully made recreation of the PlayStation 2 classic with, quote, cutting-edge graphics, modernized quality-of-life features, and signature stylish UI. Players will be able to step into the shoes of Makoto Yuki, a transfer student thrust into an unexpected fate when entering the Hidden Hour. The game will feature new cutscenes, new interactions, and new voice work, giving Persona fans both a new and old something to look forward to. Persona 3 Reload, released on February 2nd on Xbox, PlayStation, and Windows, was also available through Xbox Game Pass.
In addition to Persona, a long-awaited superhero title has finally hit the shelves after 2 years of delays. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is a, quote, genre-defying third-person action shooter from Rocksteady Games, the creators of Batman Arkham series. Players can play as the Suicide Squad, that being Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, or King Shark, as they set out on a mission to kill the Justice League. Each member of the squad has different movement abilities to cater to the different playstyles in order to navigate a battle-torn metropolis. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League was also released on February 2nd and is playable on Windows, Xbox, and PlayStation. With all that out of the way, we've got just one more news segment to close off this episode of Highscore Headquarters. Don't start wrapping your controller wire. You'll want to see this.
Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to Highscore Headquarters once again. I'm joined by, as we all know, that one right there, Jacob Perdue. And welcome to our new segment called Roundup, where we round up gaming news, information, and such, stuff that didn't make it into the actual episode itself, over a few rounds of a game. You know? It's a little funny little thing right there, so without further ado, let's get into Roundup. How about that Fortnite? Am I right, fellas? Oh, I'm getting schmixed into a corner. Oh, it's over. Oh, yeah, it's over, actually. I guess I shouldn't talk, actually. This isn't the show that I can talk on. Good old fighting game-themed episode of Highscore Headquarters.
We've been neglecting fighting games.
We have been. I feel like we haven't really gotten to talk about fighting games on the show a lot, except for like when Street Fighter 6 came out.
Well, I don't think we even talked about it.
We might have not.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi, also known as Sparking Zero. How many characters did they say in that trailer? There was a new trailer for one.
164.
164.
Including transformations.
So we've got Goku
Mid. Goku Mid is back. Goku Mid is a thing. Well, yeah, so that trailer dropped. No release date, which does suck, but...
Yeah. All we know is this year, but, I mean...
Well, maybe this year.
I thought it said 2024 at the end.
It was wishlist now.
Oh. I need to actually go wishlist that game then. Because I never played a Budokai Tenkaichi game, but it does look very cool.
I have only played it, like, a single one once.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I didn't get the wall stick! I didn't get wall stick! Okay, well.
I'm so scared right now.
What's there to be scared about? I'm just an Anji Moto. I said Moto. Oh my god, I'm gonna look so stupid in front of the camera!
No! The game looks really pretty.
It's so beautiful. Also, Giants are back. That is something to mention. Giants are back.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, because Grade 8 Vegeta was there, so that means that characters like Hirudegan or
really big Piccolo.
Yeah. Well, especially like the orange Piccolo, if that is a thing.
Oh, they probably would do that, because that movie came out, and this is a new game, so...
Yeah, so...
Spoilers for Dragon Ball Superhero, if anybody's...
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like there's gonna be spoilers regardless. If they drop, like, anything from the manga, I'm gonna be surprised. It's probably gonna be a DLC when the anime comes back.
Probably. Oh,
Butterfly, no! Oh!
And I can't believe that. That makes me so mad, actually.
Wow. But that's the Dragon Ball news.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Just like that trailer came out, it's really pretty.
Yeah, Dragon Ball good. Dragon Ball nice. Didn't get mentioned, but there was a Hunter x Hunter game announced. It looks like a 3-on-3 fighting game. It's made by the company that make it's made by the same company that make Marvel vs. Capcom.
Which is very exciting for me and also for you.
And that is it probably is going to be a 2D fighter. I would hope. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Jujutsu Kaisen game came out and it's not.
Yeah, it's an arena fighter.
It's like every anime fighting game ever. Zato's voiced by the same guy as Dio in JoJo's in this game.
Wow. I've been getting my friend to watch JoJo.
I
wish I was... Oh my god, my Eddie is dead!
Already? Nah, watch this in
please.
I can't believe that worked! I cannot believe that worked!
You have an install super?
Kind of. It's more of a...
You're JoJo! You're Dio! The world!
It's more of a... something that's really awesome and cool. What the... That's a new move.
Oh yeah, they gave Axel a new move.
Yeah, that thing. Oh wait, I can
Okay.
charge it? Oh, that's so cool! I love
Yo.
that. Another thing about Guilty
Yeah.
Gear, all the characters are attractive.
You know, that is one thing, including Johnny.
Fact. I don't have Johnny and I didn't buy the DLC.
I don't have any DLC. If I did, I feel like I would play Testament or maybe I don't know. I don't know. It's just the thing that I'm like a newer Guilty Gear player, so like no character really screams at me.
Right, yeah. Which is reasonable.
It's the same thing with like Street Fighter. Like if I were to get Street Fighter, I don't know who I would play. I feel like I would just play Jury, just because it's Jury.
There's rumors that Xbox games, and a lot of them, are going to actually be releasing on other platforms. And Xbox fans aren't really happy about that.
Well, I wouldn't be either. I mean,
Oh, yeah, you are playing this game on Xbox, aren't you?
Yep. Peek the controller, man.
Peep the controller.
Mortal Kombat is like falling off, like pretty hard.
That was
That is-
fast. That game came out this year.
Yeah, well, it's because Mortal Kombat isn't like the free-to-play kind of aspect, but on a game that you pay for.
Oh.
So like
did
all
they,
the
Did they
skins,
kind of try to do that?
yeah, all the skins are like really high priced.
Really? No! I died at this install, I think. Yup.
I didn't know it, kid. I didn't know it, kid. You know, you learn something new every day.
Yep, if you
you
get
learn
close.
something new.
And then you
Wow,
finish the game
and-
in the install. Yep.
Wow.
It makes him like half gear or something. I don't want to get into Guilty Gear lore, but it makes him like he's like half a gear and half human.
All right, I'm done playing this game.
Yeah.
Yours won.
Yeah, mine's mechanical instead of magic. Get stinkied on. Uh-oh. Overhead! Oh, I'm scared. No!
Oh,
No!
wow.
Unfortunate. This has been Roundup.
Yeah. This has been Roundup. We'll do this whenever we think that there's content that couldn't make it into the show. Because we have had that before, actually.
We have.
'Cause
We had to have
yeah.
multiple times where we just needed to make, like, oh, we can't fit this in the episode. We need to do something else. Watch Roundup. Also, not
Watch
really.
Roundup.
This is
Yeah.
its own thing. It's not really.
Yeah.
Or it's a segment of the show. It's not really its own show. Could be its own show.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Could be a short.
Whoa!
You never know. Wow.
Whoa. Anyways,
Whoa.
good luck, have fun, everyone.
Yep. Good luck, have fun.
Wear a seatbelt.
Enjoy.
Well, it looks like we got schmixed off our gourd and are gonna get stuck in a block string. Okay. So we may have to finish this round of Highscore Headquarters.
Don't drop the combo though. You can check the rest of Highscore Headquarters with the playlist here.
Also, be sure to check out Patch Notes, our Highscore Headquarters short series, covering anything that doesn't quite make it into the episode.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtv at usc.com. For SGTV, I'm Bradlee Logan.
And I'm Jacob Perdue. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, gamers. Game over.